Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this. I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts, you and me both. The implications are staggering. Obviously, we don't know anything for certain, at least not yet, but there sure seems to be a connection between these temples and the artifacts. So it would follow that someone, or something, built them. Both the temples and the artifacts. That alone is huge, isn't it? That might end up being the understatement of all time. But really, we can't get ahead of ourselves. We just need to focus on our next steps. More research, documenting our findings, and not jumping to conclusions, no matter how enticing that might be. Take care of yourself.
I must admit, you've surprised me. I thought you were going to take off as soon as you'd gotten something from us. But I was wrong. I want you for a little soiree I'm planning. It's about an artifact, and our goal is simple. We're going to purchase it. Our seller is a freelance operative in the city of Neon, which means the artifact is almost certainly stolen from someone. I just need a little more presence in the negotiation to show we're serious. And I think you'd be perfect. That settles it then. We just need to make a few stops when we get to the city, and then the drinks will be on me.
This is not gonna go well. Nothing ever goes well on Neon.
It'll be easy, I promise. I'll ride passenger on your ship until we get to Neon. Just let me know when you're ready to set off. To the Volai star system, then. I admit I'm a little excited.
Captain, I believe your
Once we get
ship
to
will
Neon,
perform more
I'll show you around my
efficiently
office there.
if you bring me on board.
Till next time.
Do you have a new set of orders for me today? I will...
We're clear.
Hold while we scan your ship.
Look at those stars.
Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Landing site is sufficient. Ship down.
There's nothing in the settled systems quite like Neon. Crazy, terrible, but never dull Neon.
Smell that? Construction, incense, industrial chemicals of every kind. But they still can't get rid of the odor of chasm bass. A native species of fish. I often wonder what would have happened if they'd never found out about the psychotropic effects. I mean, on paper, a rich protein source is far more practical value than a recreational drug. But theory loses out once again to practice. Something to do with Kazambas's natural oils, apparently. If you're curious, the name is Aurora. We need to stop by the Stroud-Eklund offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
Anything I can help you with?
There should be a sign, dump your Aurora here. You'd make a fortune if you put a net right under here. There's nothing in the settled systems quite like neon. Crazy, terrible, but never dull neon.
Sniffers picked up the Aurora you're carrying the second you stepped on.
All right. Ryujin Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Nearest campus.
Neon. Some people love it. I spent too much time trying to stop bad guys here. Whole place just gives me a headache.
Wherever you go. Live your best life. We'll be here when you're ready. The hotel will lie. Please, it's on. Time to see yourself through new eyes. Only in hand. Enjoy one of our distinct coffee flavors.
Security's got its eyes on Saburo Okadipo.
Over your
There's
credit
trouble for the status quo.
Benjamin Bayou is so not compensating for anything. Egomaniac.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Hi there.
Astral Lounge.
Trade tower.
I mean, confession time. I used to blow off some steam there. Bad idea. Don't tell Walter, but his company can make a hell of a ship.
Mr. Stroud, we didn't know you were coming in.
It's all right. I just need to have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
Yes, allow me to bust you in, sir. You know, Mr. Stroud, you are so lucky. I'm in the middle of some quarterly earnings analysis.
Walter.
Excuse me.
Issa.
Shall we continue from last time? The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing into it is a mistake.
No, I'm here about... Wait a minute, a mistake. Our ship designers are the best in the settled systems.
They design personal craft and military ships, Walter. Large-scale accommodations and hospitality is a completely different beast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am arguing with my partner. And you're just standing right here. Issa Eklund, the hyphenated Eklund in our glorious company's branding. Co-CEO, heir to the Eklund fortune, and somewhere down there.
Didn't know our marriage was such a low priority.
Oh, it jumps up the list at the right moments. Ah, yes, the daring explorers my partner is so infatuated with. You should hear him reciting that speech.
There's no need to go into that.
Oh, my heart skips a beat when he does it. Really, it does. Such passion. If he talked to the board that way, I wouldn't need to placate them so much. Who was it again, Walter? The founder of Constellation?
Sebastian Banks, his final address before he disappeared.
Seconded.
Look at you, Walter. Secretly a Constellation geek?
I am not going to be forced into embarrassment in my own office. The answer is no.
Talk to him about it later. Once he cools down, he'll be all ears. Yes? Why are you here, Walter? The board meeting isn't for a while. Our vacations aren't coming up either.
It's the discretionary fund, Issa. I need all of it.
Ugh. This wouldn't have anything to do with that meeting you've set up at the Astro Lounge, would it?
I never said that. Did you have an agent hack into my files again?
Only after you had one hack into mine. Tell me, can mutual distrust lead to a point where it's actually the same as mutual trust? Oh, don't mind the two of us. Challenging each other intellectually is a cornerstone of our relationship. Now I must point out the obvious. The Astro Lounge. Huh? It's a remarkably insecure location.
That was the point. Neutral territory in the open.
With no leverage. Oh, you must let me help. It's been too long.
I have this all taken care of.
Some investigation into the cellar. What's motivating them? Then, some preliminary casing of the Astral Lounge for security flaws. Give you the advantage if things go wrong.
Bribe a few bouncers, alter the codes on the doors.
Yes, exactly. I hate being selfish, but I would like some time with my husband. We need to go through the fund authorizations anyway.
James Newell is the broker who knows our cellar. He'll be able to help you find out more about them. And it shouldn't be hard to find the Astral Lounge. Here, let me at least give you some operation funds since I won't be joining you. Meet me back here. I'm going to be present for the negotiation. I'm not leaving you to the Neon Sharks, I promise.
I've got some stuff on my mind when you have the time. Where to begin?
I missed you.
That temple?
Missed you too.
The hell was that? I've been from one end of the settle systems to the other more times than I can count. But I've never, and I mean never, encountered something like that. Who built it? Why?
Maybe what I've always dreamed of.
I can tell. I can see your mind racing.
I haven't even stopped to ask you how...
Maybe?
I'm fine.
For centuries we've been looking for... I just can't see the UC, Freestar Collective, or House Varun building that thing. The temple. Or maybe it's just some crazy gazillionaire's party temple. The ultra-rich do some seriously... Somehow I...
You would have been better off marrying a Hope or a Tayo. Someone who could be with you at every meeting.
That's a good word for it.
Don't go on.
And what you can do?
Needing you isn't the same.
I am not a scientist, not in the...
And
But
I'd much rather want
that
a partner.
ability, power,
It's complicated.
it's just plain scientifically
Constellation
impossible.
seems to take up so much of my time. But I never stop thinking of you. Wondering what maneuvering you're doing. to
Okay,
take
just
over
don't
the
say that back at the lodge.
reality.
Some of them will blow a gasket if you suggested that. Forget about me, how are you? I mean, whatever happened, it could have deep physiological effects. And even if everything's perfect, still, I can't imagine what's going through your head. You... Same old you. The other Constellation members are gonna lose their minds once they hear about this. Assuming they even believe us. I could really bend your ear when you got a moment. I don't got many friends, so I figure I gotta level with you. My past keeps showing up. I should get ahead of it before I get behind it. Hell, this is tougher than I thought it was gonna be. That means a lot. When I turned 18, my dad used one of his many connections to get me my first real job. That, plus the magical co-family name, meant I was shipping freight out of Aquila. If there's a way to take the wonder out of space, it was working for that outfit. Every milligram of helium-3 accounted for, timetables down to the second, too busy to ever really appreciate anything. Or even look up. That's the way my dad looked at it. On paper, I see your point. But it was rough. So, an opportunity comes by from the boss man. He says, run this job, don't ask questions, and there's a bonus. Hell, I was still just a kid. I jumped on it. I knew I wasn't shipping some dried mangoes. Up until then, I tried my best to be the dutiful son. I hated it. But man, I tried. This was a rush. It was a thrill. It felt like I was finally... And you're a hell of a lot smarter than I was. So, more jobs started coming. And everywhere I went, suddenly dangerous people were much better armed. I'd hear about armed conflicts and civilian casualties. Innocent casualties. And I'd pretend that wasn't me. Maybe I wasn't smuggling weapons, maybe I was carrying something else. As long as I never open the boxes, I can keep pretending. Not directly. And I'd tell myself they'd get guns from someone else. But in my heart, I knew blood was on my hands. Soon the boss man's relying on me, and the pay was nice. We also started partying a lot together. Hard. Never had a lick of trouble. Till I did. At the time, I thought I was the bee's knees. But looking back, a lot of it was dumb luck. I swear my damn name got me out of trouble most of the time. Oh, you're a Cole like Solomon? They just waved me through. Yeah, but to this day, I don't know what I was running that last job. But it was tasty enough, a whole mess of Crimson Fleet jumped me at the rendezvous. Yeah, a sane man would have been scared. But I looked at my pissant trading skiff's dual cannons and shouted, "Oh, this is on!" Yeah, I blew up one of the pirates before they realized that I was out of my gourd. I managed to get them down to 2 left before every system. That should have been the end. But that's when the Rangers showed up. You think? And then, dependable and straight as an arrow, Lillian Hart came on the comm, and well, it's like hearing the voice of an angel. The Rangers took them out, no problem. All that's fuzzy, though. See, I passed out. And when I came to, Lillian was there. Seems the Rangers were impressed with me. Offered me a job. Yeah, by all rights, it should have been a prison cell, but... Lillian. She... And that's it. All my cards are on the table. That's, Well, that. But the thing that scares me is Cora. I mean, I gotta tell her someday. Sometimes the way she looks at me, I'm not worthy of that. But to see that look gone... That's easy for you to say. Just so you know, all this is why Lillian is... something else. And I really need to own that. And have a tough talk with Lillian. Tell her about that follow-through you mentioned. Cora's at an important age right now. Every visit counts. You can't flake on her. Well, for now, let's do something more cheery. Like getting a root canal.
Frank Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
Are you lost? What?
Are you supposed to be here? It's an honor to be a part of the Stroud Ekoran team.
Welcome to the Hotel Volai. Are you here?
I think you'll be pleasantly My hotel is... Enjoy your visit to Neon.
Only 16%. Your safety is almost guaranteed.
Our trained and certified physicians are qualified to assess and treat any physical
Kuchi's a lot of fun. They even bring Cora here every now and then.
Package food? Check. Neuroamps?
If you're looking for supplies, this is the place. Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any specific goods, Rosa and I guarantee we'll beat Sieghart's loud... Oh, I don't have a problem with this place. My problem is Siegert himself. That man has absolutely no respect for the business community on Neon. He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group buys. Worst of all, he pays off Neon's security to keep his place safe. A lot of the merchants in Neon belong to a small merchants alliance. It's nothing formal. Yeah, sure. If all you care about is your... Every payment Siegert makes validates Neon Security's corruption. Anyway, sorry. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look around... Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Thanks for stopping by our shop.
I don't want you to get upset.
If you have a moment, say hello to my wife,
Let
Rosa.
Administrator Bay, you came by while you were out.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. That'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say. I'm a businessman. You help me with this, and I have no problem compensating you for your time. Just be careful when you're dealing with Sigurd. He can be surprisingly unreasonable when he's cornered. The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. After that, I tried to speak to him a few. It's obvious. I arrived in Neon almost, 20 years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbass processing, and that's where I met Rosa for the first time. She was my supervisor, but we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh, get married, and start our own business. We've been in love. I'd say the majority of the guards are rotten, and the few who aren't simply take a paycheck and look the other way. They have Neon completely under their control. The Freestar Collective's own security doesn't even maintain a presence here. If it wasn't for the Freestar Rangers outpost, there wouldn't be a shred. Tell everyone you know. We're fully stocked and ready to sell. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Information isn't usually free. I don't usually package pieces of intel, but maybe I could. Okay. I don't know much, but I did have one of my freelancers tail the seller back to his place. Sleep Crate 1. Let me write down the unit for you. I had to chase more zone heads out of here today. I don't think they even knew what...
Now, James?
Friend, need something? Newell's Goods has a full line of equipment and accessories for all your handlers.
If I flipped the coin of life, it came out heads instead of tails.
I'm sorry. I cannot understand your...
If you're here to buy, take a look.
Oh, I don't know. I've survived on... Good. Then just, if you don't like it... see that giant model? And if I were you... See, now, you're just getting technophobic. And that's gonna hurt us. You know, I'm sick and tired of people coming in here. I mean, look at that graffiti. I've got more than you can...
Scan your query. Please rephrase.
We should push for more genetic diversity in our crops. I'd hate it if...
You're in.
Have you tried the chamomile tea? Oh, it's so good.
I'm not a fan. Not my, cup of tea.
It's amazing. And it's got this really calming effect.
Yeah, I know this place stinks, but it's a living. What I don't sell ends up in going to walk on by?
I heard there's shortages over at Reliant Medical. Not great. Doc Manning better get his act together before the place shuts down.
You try Aurora yet? You won't regret it.
It's party time! Get zoned and have fun! Welcome to the Astro Lounge.
Hello.
Welcome to the Astro Lounge. Yeah, you're new here, aren't you? Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of Aurora for sale. Not at the Astro Lounge, my... In fact, this is the only place authorized to sell Aurora. And once you buy it, you can use it anywhere in the Neon that you'd like. Well, except... Then what are we waiting for? Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but... That depends on if you're hungry. Of course. Pretty amazing, isn't it? That's Borealis, only 19 years old, and yet I don't know where she... Oh, Ben and I are good friends. Oh, he's a good man. The Astro Lounge is one of the safest places in all of Neon. Security is hand-picked from the finest on. Private meetings are usually held in the floor above. Just use the elevators. Then I would say you'd be interested in the Astro Lounge VIP package. For a reasonable fee, our security can be your security. We have plenty of Aurora. The Astro Lounge is... I'm afraid that would be a serious fire hazard. And I think it's only fair to warn you that the network security on our doors is state-of-the-art. Then I would say you'd be interested in the Astro Lounge VIP package. For a... We do strive for setting... Not currently, I'm afraid, unless you'd like to. Loss leader. I make you pay less now in the hopes you'll pay more over time. Well, I think we can certainly offer a discounted rate for you, if you were still interested. Excellent. Let me just apply that discount we discussed, and done. We do hope your meeting goes to your satisfaction. Excellent choice. The Sky Suite. And since you'll be lit... Of course. The Sky Suite features... Whether you prefer the mornings... How unfortunate. Come back soon. Hey there.
Private sector. Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for leaving.
Hey, look at me. Hacking and me don't mix.
This Aurora stuff. Hello.